Hello, everyone. Welcome to Outside Food and Drink. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, got a lot to say about this gem, 1985's phenomenon, directed, of course, by Dario Argento, starring, of course, Jennifer Connelly. The long and short of it is that Dario Argento remakes Suspiria with bugs.
Yeah.
Our opening scene is he meet this girl. We'll find out later that her name is Vera Brandt, but she's played by Fiore Argento, of course, and she they're in the Switzerland, right?
Yeah.
She's with the tour bus, and the tour bus leaves her, so she's wandering around. You know, they didn't have cell phones back then, so she's like, where do I go? Okay, they didn't have cell phones, but I don't think it was accustomed to wander into strange houses, which she does.
Only there. I mean, they kind of be out in the middle of nowhere, so, like, the last thing I want to do is wander into somebody's farmhouse.
Yes.
What kind of tools and killing machines do they have there?
Well, we see eye bolts in the wall, and the chains rattling, and the eye bolts get ripped out, so something in here is crazy. Okay, there's monkeys, there's... the soundtrack is amazing. There's obviously the Goblin, but there's, like... Iron Maiden all over the place and Motorhead all over the place, and it is wild.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, so whatever is following this girl, there's scissors. Okay.
So much.
There's a lot. So this thing gets this chain around this girl's neck, and we got these scissors, and there's a waterfall, and there's kind of like walk out where you can walk besides the waterfall. And they get her up to this window, and we kind of like, okay, once whatever it is gets her up against this window next to the waterfall, you're like, okay, this curtain's for her. But we don't see what exactly happens. We just see her head come flying out the window and into the waterfall. Yeah,
that was quite a thing.
And then her body just kind of falls down.
Yeah, it was It was a scene.
It was a scene.
I was just like, what the heck just happened?
So I said this is Suspiria with bugs. There's other parallels. All these movies have these wild-ass murders in the opening scene. But, so, story goes that with Suspiria, originally, like I said, it's a dark fairy tale. And originally his intention, a lot of the movie makes a lot more sense if you think that his intention was originally to make it with younger girls. Like 12, 13, 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
A lot of things make a lot more sense, like the dialogue and stuff like that. But somebody, I don't know who, maybe it was his wife, I doubt it, well, maybe it was, I don't know. Somebody came along and said, some of these murder scenes are wild, like nobody's going to react well to you doing that to like 12-year-old girls.
Yeah.
So he got older, people in their 20s, right? I feel like this movie, he said, you know what, no, I am going to do this to 12 and 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
And it's not nearly as graphic and lurid as Suspiria.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she definitely got her head cut off. We flash forward in time. We're with Donald Pleasance. Yeah, Donald Pleasance and a monkey.
Yeah.
We learned that monkey's name is Inga. And
it's amazing.
Inga's great. Argento has a history with monkeys. Inga is his best monkey. Good use of the monkey. But anyway, Donald Pleasance there, was he, we just need a generic scientist, somebody that can work with bugs. So we have this guy. It's an episode of CSI. This is how bugs work, this is how we tell the time of death.
This lays this egg, and then it hatches, which in 10 days will lay this egg, which will hatch in 2. And
he's also lecturing Inga, the monkey, about the scalpel that Inga is holding.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to come to eat those words. And then he very dramatically unveils this thing, which is Vera Brandt, the girl we saw her head getting off. It's what's left of her head.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay. All right. Sure, why not? Cut to Jennifer Connelly playing Jennifer. That's the name of her character.
Yep. Yeah, I guess, they just didn't want her to forget her name.
Jennifer Corvini, so...
Yeah, that's kind of close.
Jennifer Corvino, her father is Paul Corvino. He's a big movie star, like Paul Sorvino. Anyway, so she's in the back of this car. she's headed to this private school that she's going to be going to. We're driving through Swiss Transylvania. A wasp lands on her hand. Or they call it a wasp. It is not a wasp. It is a bee that lands on her hand. But they're calling it a wasp. And this thing is not going to sting her. It's not the stinging type. But everybody's freaking out. And she's just like, hey, little guy. Yeah, what's going on? We have this episode here. And then we get her up to her school. It's the Wagner School. Okay, again, we're Suspiria. Let's drop the young woman off at the school.
Yep.
And she gets warned by this terrible bitch of a headmistress about going into other buildings in the school, like just stay to the main part of the school. You know, there's always weirdos around. And there are. But this is a perfect place for a girls' school, the woods in Transylvania with a bunch of weirdos around.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds perfect.
No security.
No.
I mean, at least the school in Suspiria, at least that wasn't like a city. Like
it wasn't a city.
You know. Anyway, so she goes to her room. She meets her roommate, Sophia. She's very hungry.
She's traveling for days.
She's vegetarian. Sophie has some baby food.
Yeah, vegetables.
So she's going to eat those. Meanwhile, Sophie's sitting there smoking up a storm. Now, this is a very, very strange exchange. So she wants to put up she's a poster of her father, right?
Yes.
Which is kind of weird. I could see having like a picture of him, but like a poster. Because, you know, usually when you get posters of rock bands or movie stars or something, they're sexualized. They're not just the person standing there, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume this was a very sexy poster of Mr. Corvino. And she wants to put it up, and the headmistress is like, no, we do not put posters up here because that sounds suspiciously like fun, and we don't do that here. So when the headmistress leaves, Sophie's like, oh, did you sleep with him? She's like, no, it's my dad. I'm like, yeah, I don't like the Freudianism here.
Yeah.
I hate it. Okay, so first night she has some bad dreams, right? She's going to have a problem sleepwalking.
Yes.
And she sees things. It's kind of like there's always kind of like a question of like, is this stuff we're just being shown that's separate, or is it stuff she's actually seeing in her dreams? Some of it's definitely like stuff she has seen while she's sleepwalking, but some of it's like I don't know what's happening. But there's this other girl running through the woods, and it's part of the school, but it's like an abandoned part of the school. And there's Iron Maiden playing. She's in this dark room. It's 1985, so everybody smokes, so she has a lighter to light a candle with. We get a shot of this. Okay, it's a knife. It should be a sword, but it's not. It's just a knife. But it kind of comes in two parts. It's a knife with a long handle. And it comes in two parts, and it snaps together.
Yeah.
Every time somebody's about to get killed, we see this thing get snapped together. Jennifer, in the meantime, so we're seeing this guy close in, and he's got the knife and whatever. So Jennifer, in the meantime, she is perceiving herself like walking through this white hallway, like she's in this trance. She ends up all the way up on the roof. She didn't remember, though, to put on her jacket before she went sleepwalking outside. So anyway, she's on the roof. It's a weird setup. I mean, it's the roof, but it's not like just a drop. There's like a almost like a little room on top of the roof.
Yeah.
And this girl that we've been following appears in the window, but she gets she's like, help, but it doesn't matter. She gets a knife through the throat.
Yes, she does.
Jennifer falls off the building. This is a 2-story drop.
Yeah.
She's falls off the building, keeps wandering around, like not with that drop.
Yeah.
No. But she's wandering through town. Help me out. She comes across these two men. She's still sleepwalking. Maybe. She comes across these two men, and they definitely have bad intentions, but they pretend like they're going to help her. When they get her in the car, as soon as they get her to the car, they're acting, and they're like tugging at her and pulling at her. She's like, stop. I'm a sleepwalker. You have to wake me gently. She manages to get out of the car, and she rolls down to the hill. The monkey finds her. Inga finds her.
And brings her home.
Where Donald Pleasance has a lot of questions about sleepwalking. This relationship between Donald Pleasance and Professor McGregor. His name is Professor McGregor. Professor McGregor and Inga. I don't want to know the details of their relationship. I don't.
I don't know, but I know Donald Pleasance tells Inga to get my medicine.
Yeah, Inga does everything for this man. And she helps Jennifer get some clothes.
Yep.
You know.
She takes her up to the room where there's some female's clothes.
Greta's clothes. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I like Inga, but I think we have to we have to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Inga's acting like the woman of the house.
She is. She really is. He has this bug. They're talking to each other about these bugs, and he's explaining things about the wind comes down from the Alps, and it causes headaches and madness, and it makes the bugs hatch. What is this bug that, like, spooges on his glasses?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was weird, though.
Was that the sarcophagus beetle or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the sarcophagus beetle, because it only, or the sarcophagus fly, because it only eats pieces of corpses.
Yes.
Which is awesome. That's gross. So,
I mean, I wonder how many survive.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. There's so much, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, she goes back to school. Head mistress is like, sleepwalking is weird, and you're a weirdo, so we're going to test you.
Yeah. I mean, really? How are you going to test her?
I mean, like, they think she's schizophrenic or something. I don't know. It's weird. Jennifer wants to call this guy, Morris Shapiro, which is her father's agent. She tries to call him. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. But she tries to call him, and she's told that he can't come to the phone. He's not there because it's Jewish Easter.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Do you mean Passover? Is that what they're trying to say? You just say Passover.
Yeah. Jewish Easter.
Jewish Easter. It was like that in Inferno where they were talking about the group, because she said something about, have you ever heard of the Three Sisters? And he's like, oh, is it that black singing group?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? That's what this was. Morris Shapiro isn't around because it's Jewish Easter. Okay, guys, okay. As if that wasn't weird enough, when Jennifer is in class later, her and Sophia are talking, and Sophia's like, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you tonight. She's not going to keep an eye out for her, but she just tells her she will.
Yeah.
I need to understand what a teenage girl in the year of our Lord 1985 is doing wearing a Bee Gees shirt.
Yeah, I wondered that too.
Weird. And it wasn't like I'm wearing it ironically, or I got this while thrifting. This was like, I legitimately like the Bee Gees and I got this shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it was so weird. So anyway, yes, Sophia that night, who is supposed to be watching Jennifer, sneaks out. She sneaks out. There is news on the television about the 10th victim, Giselle. This is the girl that Jennifer saw while she was sleepwalking, be murdered. So anyway, we know Sophia's going to be out next because she snuck out.
Yes.
And it's a windy night. She's meeting some dude, and she is wearing Jennifer's shirt. So she is definitely getting...
Oh, yeah.
And this guy, I mean, they make out for a minute, and then the guy's like, look, I got to go. Back to his regiment. I guess he's in military school. Or maybe he's in the military. I don't know.
I don't know. It was weird.
And then I'm just like, Sophia, girl, you in danger? I mean, we can... She starts running.
Yes.
I think I don't think she knows she's in danger yet. She just wants to get back to school because it's getting windy. And we see the knife snapping together, and they're running through the woods. We're like, okay, yeah, Sophia's done.
Yeah.
Sophia is done. That's what you get for telling your friend you're going to get her back, and then you don't.
Yeah.
But Jennifer is sleepwalking again. She realizes that Sophia is gone, and now we have confirmation that Sophia is dead.
She is dead as a doornail.
Dead as a doornail. I get these flashes. I'm always like, I think as far as like this era of Argento's movies, I think basically everything after Suspiria, I always compare to Suspiria.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there was a completeness, a wholeness of vision there that I don't see in anything. As much as I like a lot of his movies after that, I don't really see that unity of vision in his later movies.
Yeah.
And like here. So we have this amazing scene where she's sleepwalking in again, but she comes out of the school, and we got this music going, and the wind and the lighting, like all of it right there. Like here we get a fleeting moment of like that kind of Suspiria perfection where everything comes together.
Yeah.
It's a fleeting moment though. She's getting followed by a lightning bug. She finds this glove. There's a lot of suppositions being made. There's a glove and it's got maggots. It must be the killers. She's on the car going up to the mountain, going up to see Professor McGregor, She's having flashbacks about the maggots in the glove. I'm like, okay, you found maggots in the... I mean, I know Dario Argento loves his maggots, but can we find a reason for them, please? I mean...
It's not just, let's throw in some maggots here. Come on, I bought a gallon of them.
McGregor doesn't help because he's like, clearly, the murderer lost his glove. Clearly, the murderer is the only person wearing gloves.
I'm so glad you could tell me that, because I would have never guessed.
I mean, maybe it was a hunter.
I mean, it could have been anybody. They're out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, we run into this problem again, where it's like, if you want to leave things kind of vague and big strokes, like
then
blood,
do it.
Like blood and black lace, that's fine. If you want to make explanations for things, make them make sense, like House with the Laughing Windows, right? You can't have it both ways, though. You can't have this broad stroke storytelling and then give us a bunch of exposition, because you're not making the exposition make any sense. These two things don't go together.
Yeah.
Like, there's too much talking in the Lizard in a Woman's Skin. There's too much explained. Don't explain it to us, because every time somebody says something in that movie, the story gets stupider.
Yep.
Just everybody zip it. Let's just watch we can get the gist. Like this movie too, I don't even think you need to not have any dialogue or anything, but just don't give us all these explanations. Don't try to tell us what's going on, because this doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
And now we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
You could have just showed us the glove with the maggots. We're like, ew, gross.
Ew.
Yeah. So anyway, the bugs are acting very strangely around Jennifer. He explains to us that insects are telepathic, which I believe. I know they are. Not telepathic, but they have... He says telepathic. I know insects and plants and stuff have ways of communicating that are, we don't see it.
Beyond us.
But they're not telepathic.
Yeah.
Telepathic implies, like, ESP or something. But anyway, he gives her a copy of his book.
Yes.
I mean, this is just a PR stunt right here. Here, bring it back, show it to all your friends, get them to buy it, whatever. She goes back to school. Again, Argento, what is it with girls sticking out their tongues at each other? Nobody does that. Nobody back then did that. Nobody was doing that back then. Not girls that age, sticking their tongue out at each other. It was very weird. So anyway, these nosy bitches, she gets to her room. These nosy motherfuckers have gone through her stuff. She wrote a letter back home to her father, like, I'm worried. They think I'm crazy. I'm just having these issues with the bugs.
Yeah.
Daddy, I need to come home. And they're like making fun of her. And they spray her with a fire extinguisher. It's very dangerous.
Yes.
Who is controlling these bitches? This is why they're in a boarding school, because they're fucking dangerous.
They're in a boarding school because they can't be controlled, and they're not even controlled in the boarding school.
I know, right? So she gets, they're doing all that, they're mocking her, and next thing you know, she starts getting the Carrie wind on her.
The Carrie wind.
Right? Like the lights and the wind, and, oh, come to me. When the bugs are swarming, and she's like, I love you. And they're like, we love you too, Jennifer. And then she falls out.
Yeah, she does.
What's happening? They put her on an IV drip.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Look, yeah. They've called an ambulance. They're going to put her in the mental hospital. They've got her on IV drip. They're calling her diabolical. This nurse seems like a lot of fun, but they're calling her diabolical. They say, because in the Bible, Satan is referred to as the Lord of the Flies, right? So you must be Lady of the Flies, so you're the devil.
Lady of the Flies.
Lady of the Flies. So this nurse kind of nods off, as you do.
Yes, as you do.
While she's doing her knitting. What was this? Crochet, I guess she's doing.
Yeah.
And so Jennifer, she pops her IV out. It's a good shot. It's a very Argento shot of this very unnaturally colored blood. And the perfect way they fall on her arm when she takes the IV out. It's a good shot. And then we get another good shot when the nurse falls asleep and the needle falls out of her lap and like plants itself perfectly in the ball of yarn.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Jennifer is taking way too long to get on the move here, just because everybody else is a klutz. She does end up getting to McGregor's, and he gives her a great sarcophagus fly. He's like, with the fly, you'll be able, because the fly sniffs out corpses, because that's all it eats. So with the fly, you'll be able to find out where all the corpses that the murderer is hiding are. I'm like, I don't think we've established any of this. I don't.
Yeah.
Why would? Okay, but it's fine. All right, let's go with it. Let's go with this fly sniffing out these corpses. Keep it close to you. It's not like a dog. It's not going to keep coming back and making sure you're with it. You know?
Exactly.
So anyway, she's on the bus and she has a window open and it's a woman's yelling at her about closing the window, and she's like, I don't speak German, bitch. I'm not doing
No speak German.
no sprechen Sie Deutsch. I'm not closing my fucking window. So she gets out. She follows. This is the house we saw earlier where Vera was murdered, or Vera went into. And she follows the fly into the house, and we have seen a Beamer. She'd gotten off the cable car. She was on on the bus up to the mountain. The bus that Vera missed, I guess. And there's this Beamer looming around.
Yeah.
And now we see that pulling up to the house. I do want to note, though, it's even windy inside this house. It's windy every time. This is how he makes drama. This is how he does it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you see all this stuff moving in the house from the wind, and I'm just like, it ain't like that.
It ain't like that, but that's his, you know what, it works for him, so he's not going to stop doing it. Like, okay, when I make things windy, even when it doesn't make sense, it gives you that funky feeling, so we're going to keep making things windy, you know.
Play that funky music.
Play that funky music. What movie would be complete without a weird-looking doll? Okay, so there's these scrolls. You can see at the top shelf of this, she's like in like a closet type, like a pantry, and there's these scrolls at the top. And she is not using her head to get these scrolls down. Like, everything she uses to, like, climb the shelf and be dangerous, she could have, like, just kind of reached up and knocked the scrolls off. But she doesn't do that, because that wouldn't be any fun for us.
No. It doesn't work for me, doesn't work for you.
And she is joined shortly by the weirdo in the Beamer, who kicks her out of the house. He's a real estate agent?
Yeah.
It's all very sketchy. The house is
very
sketchy.
sketch.
Yeah. The fly has found the bodies because there's a hole in the floor of the pantry, and that's where the bodies are. And the fly finds it. Well, too late to do us any good, right?
I'm not eating that food.
I mean, yeah, because it's got body juice on it.
Yeah, I mean, bodies have been buried there. No. Oh, don't get near my food, dead body.
Okay, Inspector Geiger's on the case. He's investigating all these murders. He comes by the house as well. Well, Jennifer's gone.
Yep.
Inspector Geiger comes by the house, and the weirdo real estate agent is very surly with the inspector, the police.
Yeah, he's a surly.
So, like, what's this guy hiding? Clearly, he's hiding something.
He got something going on.
I mean, we know about the bodies, but, like, Geiger, like, dude, that guy's hiding something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, back with McGregor. This scene is one of these scenes where I'm like, this scene is preposterous, but it also makes me, it also works because it does exactly what it is meant to do, even if it is preposterous. This fucking monkey is outside, and his little kite gets stuck in a tree. Somebody that we do not see locks him out. Okay?
It's not okay.
And the monkey goes back to the house and he's like, hey, I'm locked out. And the monkey knows immediately that something bad is happening. And it's Inga. She is intent on getting into this house. Freaking windows, busting shutters, all this. I mean, yeah, she's furious. And Donald hears this going on. He's like, hey, what's going on? And he starts down. So he's got this, the stair thing. You put your wheelchair. It's like a little platform. And he gets his wheelchair on it. And it slides up and down the stairs. And he gets about halfway down the stairs. And somebody shuts it off from the bottom. I feel like there's a better way to do this.
Yeah. I mean, you should have the power button for one on it.
Yes. But
not stationed upstairs or downstairs.
Well, then we couldn't have had this scene, I guess.
I guess not. But still.
So he stops him, and you see the flash of the knife. I'm like, Inga, you're too late.
Donald's toast.
Gets his throat slashed, but Inga is in pursuit. Inga's going for it. Question.
Yeah.
Did Inga call the ambulance?
I don't know.
Because the ambulance was there. We see the ambulance arrive.
Thinking it was Inga.
Inga called the ambulance. Okay.
Taking care of her man Donald.
Taking care of him. Okay. All right. Inspector Geiger is at the mental hospital.
Yes.
He's searching out things at the mental hospital. he finds out that there was a staff member there that had been attacked earlier by an inmate. So he thinks, like, okay, this has got to be something to do with this, right? In the meantime, Jennifer does manage to get a hold of Morris.
Yes.
Okay. And Morris is like, yeah, baby girl, come home. We'll get you home. She's going to sleep at the airport. She is fine sleeping at the airport.
Yeah.
Okay, but Bruckner, who is, okay, this is Daria Nicolodi. She has literally been just standing in a corner for the entire movie. Yeah. All of a sudden, oh, hey, girl, Morris called me, told me what's going on, and you can stay at my house tonight.
Something shifty this way comes.
Exactly. While all this is going on, poor Inga is wandering through the woods for food. It makes me so sad.
Makes me sad, too.
Until she finds a straight razor. Inga, though, I need to know, she finds a straight razor, she's, like, looking back and forth, like, over her shoulder, like, nobody saw that, right? I got my straight razor. Like,
well, because when she had the scissors before, he told her they were sharp and she shouldn't be playing with them, so.
Yep. She's a good monkey. So anyway, all right, so Jennifer and Bruckner, they go to Bruckner's house. The house, again, it's all windy. It's in the middle of nowhere. So, and all the mirrors are covered. And Jennifer's like, what's going on here? So Bruckner says, well, my son is sick and he doesn't like to see what he looks like. I'm like, okay, Jennifer, go back to the airport. Just wait for your money. It's fine.
Yeah.
But she doesn't do that. Instead, she is getting nosy while Bruckner's getting, like, the rooms and stuff. She's getting nosy. She walks into this room, and there's this, appears to be a kid. And it's not. It's a puppet. Okay. So she's covered her mirrors. This house is windy in the middle of nowhere. And she keeps random puppets in the random rooms. Well, get the fuck out of there now. And definitely, like, you know what, if you're not going to get out, like, don't piss her off. And then, you know what you should also not do is take medicine that she gives you.
Oh, no. No.
She does. She gives her this medicine and, yeah, I guess, you know, make you feel better, help you sleep, whatever the bullshit explanation is.
Be like, sure, under my tongue, the minute she's out, slip it back out.
But she doesn't. Right? And she goes into the bathroom and she's starting to feel funny and there's maggots everywhere. Why are there maggots everywhere? So we have this fly that only fucks with dead bodies. Okay, is the soap a dead body? I mean, why is there maggots on this stuff?
I don't know, except for, you know, I told you Dario bought like a gallon of them before the movie started filming, and he's like, I gotta use them all.
Gotta do something with them. Okay, so a lot of stuff going on. She takes this pill. She's drinking out of this glass. There's maggots everywhere. I'm not doing any of this stuff.
Nope, I'm gone.
Why are you doing all this? But she starts getting sick, so she forces herself to puke, which is actually probably the wrong thing to do.
Probably.
But she does it.
But it's not like she could get her stomach pumped out in the middle of nowhere.
That's true, too. That's true, too. She gets out of the bathroom because Bruckner's like, hey, what's going on in there? Ah. So Jennifer comes out of the bathroom, and she tries to use the phone. And Bruckner's like, no, ma'am. And then she knocks her ass out. And there's these automated shutters. And we're like, okay, now you're definitely fucked.
You're a goner.
You're done. Inspector Geiger shows up. He's got questions. Hey, where'd you live before you moved here? Wouldn't happen to be that creepy house with a weird real estate agent. She's like, no.
Nah, I didn't live there. No way.
So, meantime, Bruckner has moved the phone. Jennifer figures out where it is. There's this door, it has a transom, and she can see into the room where this phone is. All right, again, things start decohering because she gets in there with the phone. There's no way she's getting this phone up through the transom, right?
Mm-mm.
So she gets in there with the phone, and she's going to use the phone, but she ends up taking the phone under the house. Why is this happening?
I don't know.
Just fucking call the police.
911, may I help you?
What are you doing? There's more inappropriate Iron Maiden here.
Yeah.
Every time he diverts from just having Simonetti score the whole movie, shit goes wrong. None of these musical choices make sense. Yeah. I mean, like when it's a score, like it's just a regular score, it's great. But then, like,
Yeah.
Motorhead, you know. Okay. Geiger starts screaming, and this wrecks her concentration. She's very close. Okay, the phone actually works under the house. She is very close to getting a hold of someone when she is snatched into this room where there's a body fit. Like, it's just body parts bobbing. It's like a pool of thick-ass blood. It's like something from Saw.
Yeah, it's really gross.
And then Geiger's like, I'm Geiger. I'm like, I don't care who you are. You're in this body pit. What happened? It's only been 5 minutes. What happened?
I know. I was very confused.
So anyway, he's got these cuffs on, but he breaks his thumbs to get out of the cuffs. Bruckner is there, so he gets on Bruckner and he strangles her with these cuffs.
Yes.
That's fine. All right, fine. Nothing leading up to that moment made any kind of sense, but it's fine. Okay? Jennifer now, okay, go girl. Now is your time to go.
Haul some ass.
But she comes across a room with an actual child in it. And I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
Go get the police. They can come back and deal with whatever is going on with this child. But she doesn't.
CPS.
Yeah. But she doesn't. She's like, hey, you okay? Come on, it's okay. And this fucker turns around. What the fuck happened to this kid? It looks like a hairless bat. But
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is not like my son's sick. He doesn't like to look at this. My son is a bat. He doesn't want to look at himself.
Yeah, my son was bred with something.
Yes, we've been
not sure what.
We've been inbreeding since the fall of Rome. So he's after her. She's on the run. She ends up at this pier was it a lake? Is it a lake? She gets on the boat. There's this boat tied to the pier. She gets onto the boat. The kid is running with this long-ass knife that he's been killing everybody with. Okay. You're going to end up impaling yourself, but that's fine. Okay. Why are his fucking eyes so
I have no idea.
I guess so he can't see himself, but, like, that's not helping the situation.
Yeah, that's not helping anything.
How is he murdering people with his eyes?
Exactly.
Okay. I don't... All right. I mean, there's nightmare logic, and then there is just what the fuck is even happening. So anyway, he gets to her, but she is saved by the bugs. They swoop down. Okay. They make
a good meal.
He makes a good meal. But we have fuel on the boat, and we have the gas, and so he's going to spread that around, light it on fire, and the boat explodes, and he's still alive. He's like Jason. This was a very Jason moment. Like, he should be dead, but he just pops out, and he grabs her, and he pulls her under the water, but she gets down far enough that the fire does not affect her, but he catches on fire.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, fine. He's done. Like, we're done with
toast.
This guy. He's toast. How far away? It seemed like when all this was happening, that she'd, like, just gotten into the boat, and she hadn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
But, like, when she's coming back into shore, like, she was, like, a mile
out. Yeah.
But she gets back to shore. She trudges up to shore, and there's a light, and she's heading towards the light. I'm like, I don't even know if I would head towards the lights anymore. I would just, like, hide somewhere before, like, until daylight, where people aren't going to get too buck wild, you know?
Yeah.
But here's Morris, right? Here's Morris. Morris, I thought it was Jewish Easter, Morris. What are you doing? But Morris is here. He's like, hey, baby girl, I'm here to get you. Nope. Off with your head, Morris. Head goes fucking flying. It was a great shot. It was nice because it was out of nowhere. Hey, Morris, how's it going? Gone. Head gone. Flying. It's Bruckner. We think, oh no, Bruckner's gonna get Jennifer. This is the end of Jennifer. Except that we forgot about Inga and her straight razor. And here comes Inga with her straight razor. No, bitch.
She's gonna save somebody today.
You killed my man. We're not doing this. Okay. Your thoughts.
So,
we have a new member of the family, and he's getting settled. So
yeah, he's not quite sure what to do as a co-mascot.
Yeah,
he's in training. So you're going to hear that jingle a lot and sneezies. I like the movie. There were some parts in it that I was just like, what just happened? Where did that come from? What is going on? It's definitely worth the watch.
I think it's in typical Argento fashion. We're not too concerned with plot or narrative if anything makes too much sense. I just think that the atmosphere that he's able to create, especially during the nighttime scenes, that kind of covers a lot of sins. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, there's some really good scenes and really good shots too.
He's got some great scenes. It's as always with him. He's got some great scenes. He's got great atmosphere.
Yeah, the
Decapitation.
that would be the word
Yeah.
I was looking for. That shot is really good.
What, the waterfall or Morris?
The waterfall.
The waterfall. Yes, the opening. Of course, the opening murder is a good one.
Yeah.
I think I liked throughout the movie where they would go back to those eye bolts in that house where they had been pulled off the wall. I like that we're kind of returning to that.
Yeah.
Again, I think movies like this, when they try to explain too much, when they try to nail down a tight plot, it doesn't work. It doesn't work with the flow of the movie. It doesn't work with the spirit of the movie. I think we got way too much exposition about the bugs and the everything with Geiger and all. Like, I almost could have cut all the Geiger stuff out.
Yeah.
It kind of felt beside the point, but
Yeah, it did.
I guess that's how you had to kill Bruckner. But it's a movie I like a lot. I think maybe there's some nostalgia there, you know.
Yes.
If I'm being honest, if I'm going to rate Argento's movies, like from Suspiria onward, I would not be at the bottom of the pile. We know what movie would be at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, we do.
But there's a couple that would definitely come in before, you know. but I do like the movie. I think it's one of these movies that it's best to kind of have on, again, like another movie. If you're having like a party or a Halloween thing, it's kind of one of the things you just kind of have it on in the background just for the visuals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And just for the fact that Donald Pleasance is there.
Yeah. You got to have some Donald on your Halloween.
You've got to have Donald Halloween. Okay, well, that's all for me about phenomena that will bring this year's Giallo month to a close.
Don't worry, we'll be back next year with another one.
Yep, and in June we're going to be enjoying our vacations from hell, beginning with
The Ruins.
The Ruins.
One of my favorite
One of her
movies.
favorites. I get so upset every time I watch it.
She does. It's great to watch her face at certain parts.
Something about it just it hits me.
I love it.
She loves it. I like it too. It just hits me hard sometimes. But next week we're going to be kicking off Vacations from Hell with The Ruins. Join us for that. In the meantime, you can join us at our other podcast, Deconstructing the Dark Passenger, the podcast about all things Dexter, and The Final Assessment, which is the podcast about the show Evil. We're on season 4 for Dexter. We just wrapped up season 2 for Evil, and we're going to go into season 3 next month in June. And, you can follow us on socials, drop us a line. Am I wrong about Phenomena? What did I miss? What did I miss about Phenomena? I want to hear a good argument was like, how's this right next to Suspiria? But
yeah.
Until then, follow us on socials, drop us a line, and tune into our other podcast. And we will see you next week to talk about The Ruins.
Later.
Later.